So it's weekend battery maintenance time. So as you have more and more battery powered tools, lights, UV lights, sensors, you'll notice that periodically something will die out to you on the field. It'll just die because of your battery, and that's why you have redundant. But sometimes you're so busy you don't keep up on changing your batteries, and you find out even your redundant ones run out. And in this case, everywhere you see there's not a rechargeable battery was when I was stuck out on the field and a battery died on me, and I ran out of all my redundant rechargeable. These are all rechargeable batteries. These are made by Panasonic. They're called End Loop. Now Panasonic makes high quality batteries. These are a Panasonic battery, and this is one of their brand offshoot names right here. This is what you would want to purchase if you were looking for high quality rechargeable batteries. It's called End Loop. Don't be fooled. These are good quality batteries. These are their high performance, high output End Loop batteries for something that demands like flash cameras. They have a shorter cycle life, but they have a higher power density and a higher power output for severe case usage. So here you go. I have these cheap Toshibas. These are what came, regular alkalines that came with the sensors, and I always stored them in a bag and put them out of the way for emergency use. And of course you could see I used them up. Here's an energizer. That means I had needed a sensor. My other sensors were dead, batteries are dead. That means I had to leave the job site in an emergency to go just get batteries for this one device that wasted time. Here's another one. Because I use everything as rechargeables, but sometimes I use them all up and I'm so busy I don't even get a chance to come home late at night and take them out and maintain them and put them in a recharger, and I run out. Always keep your meters charged. Your 18650s. So 18650s, this is a real cheap brand right here. One of the real cheap brands. Okay, that came with my UV Beast, and my UV Beast is that guy right there. You've seen my videos on real good. My other UV Beast, 400 nanometer, 365 nanometer. So the batteries that come with these are fairly cheap. When you want to buy rechargeable 18650s, so you have protected and unprotected. I'm not going to go into that. The name's kind of self-explanatory. Your device manufacturer will come with batteries, and you can't see it because it's hidden underneath the plastic wrap inside of here. Some of them are unprotected. That means it's nothing more than a battery. That means whatever is charging your battery has to have the built-in protection for not overcharging it. Some devices were meant to be charged. Oh, I left that on and it's hot. Some of your devices were meant to be charged like this, and they'll have batteries in them that have built-in protection, and maybe the charger that's meant for it might not have protection, but the batteries have built-in protection for over discharging, overcharging, and they have protection in them. So when you have to get like for like batteries, you have to search for protected button on top, and you'll see there a little bit unprotected, and you see that's 26,000 milliamp, 26,000 milliamp, but one's protected, one's not, and that's the price difference there. Then you have another thing to think about. How many amp, what's the amp rating at which it can discharge at? So like if you have something like a drill or something that needs high torque and high amperage, you may want something that has a 30 amp capacity. But if you look at the 30 amp capacity, you know its amp hour rating went down, and that's a trade-off. So it could discharge and dump all that power really fast. Like if you had a high torque, anything, any kind of drill or anything like that, you would want this. But then you look over here and you might see batteries that are rated at 3,500 amp hours, but they only have an 8 amp discharge. You go, but 35 amp hour, 100 amp hour, milliamp hour is a lot of power to be using for a low output power device like a little flashlight, something that does LEDs. These have LEDs in them, so you would want the 8 amp hour discharge capability, but with 3,500 milliamps of reserve power, because it discharges and only uses it very slowly. So you get more power that could be discharged over a longer rate of time. That's when this battery is better. All batteries are not created equal. I'm not going to go into details, but I just give a quick synopsis about purchasing 18650s. But if you're unsure and you don't want to spend the money, you buy some of these really ultra cheap batteries. Like here's one's called Surefire. And Surefires, you could buy them on Amazon, eBay, or something like that. And you can use them to experiment, throw them in different devices and use them. Here I'm getting some more Samsung, so I'm going to be getting some Samsung batteries for really long run times in my low power consumption devices that I don't need 30 amps of power draining out. It's only in milliamps. So I'll be getting something like the 8 amp hour discharge rate things, but they have 3,500 milliamp hour storage capacity. That's about it. And this is not even everything. This is only like 1/5 of all the things I need to service. Every week I blow through batteries like crazy. And then in another week or two, I'll take some of my other equipment, do the same thing. And I just rotate every other week, devoting a little time to swapping out batteries. Because when I try to piecemeal and only change when I need it, I end up in emergency situations where I'm so busy, I use up and I don't stay on top of my maintenance of my equipment. I find myself on a job and a piece of equipment not working and I need it, and I have to stop the job and run down to a corner store and buy some batteries off the shelf. So this is time to make up, because one battery being dead on one piece of equipment when you don't have backup can kill your job and your production. So if you're in a business and you're $250, $300, $500 an hour for your company, and something stupid like a battery is going to keep you down, stay on top of it. Believe me, I've lost a lot of money having to stop jobs and leaving a job site just to go buy batteries, because I went through all my backup redundant batteries and I went through all my backup redundant devices, because I've been so busy week after week with no rest day or night or on weekends. Those kind of situations happen. All right, guys, I'll see you. That's it for today.